Okay, I closed my email program. No distractions. Unless the patriarchy app goes off, of course. I have to respond to that. Oh my God, Randy. Look, but I just found chocolate. There's a Reese's peanut butter cup left. I didn't see that. Oh. This morning I was thinking I have no chocolate at the house. I was pissed off. Ah, chocolate. Yes. All right, everything's going to be okay now. I can't do the cast because now I'm eating chocolate.
You can scream and shout with all your might.
You can scream, shout, whine, cry, snivel, piss, and moan, and look for your safe space.
Dig in your heels and hold on tight.
You can shove your opinion up your ass, not Obama's ass. Well, you can shove your opinion up Obama's ass too. And don't forget the ever-present, most likely third possibility, I'm too busy eating chocolate to do the fucking introduction to the podcast. And also, I'm right, and you're wrong. There we go. That's what it is. Greetings, I am the Great One himself. I am the founder of the Cynical Libertarian Society. I've been on the internet since 1999. I've been podcasting for 11 years. And this right here that you're listening to is Stating the Obvious Podcast, the weapons platform from which I launch the cruise missile of my intellect that homes in on and destroys stupid motherfucking cities all around the world. It has a stupidity-seeking warhead in there. So I just fire the cruise missile, and there's some cocksucker standing around going, but who would build the roads? And it just homes right in on him. Just fucking zoom right in on this fucking road building one big motherfucker. And just blows him the fuck up with a nuclear warhead. Yes, alright, I'm gonna finish eating chocolate. This is me eating chocolate. Chocolate. Yeah, honey bush hot tea. Alright, anyway, I am the Great One himself. In the control room over there is the lovely and adorable Randy. We are on the interwebs at cynlibsoc.com. And of course, you can send us email at God, that's dog spelled backwards, God, at cynlibsoc.com. And cynlibsoc.com, no.com. cynlibsoc on the Twitterverse. I think it's a little out of sorts today because somebody, we won't mention any names because it was me, but somebody fucking stayed in bed until 8:30 this morning instead of getting the fuck up at 6 o'clock like he was supposed to. And so this unnamed person, sort of threw everything off balance for the day. It's almost 11:30 and yeah, I haven't lifted weights yet either, so that sucks. And I got shit I gotta go do today. Well, I gotta do nothing, but I need to do stuff. I could sit around and shove food in my mouth and watch Netflix and be a woman, but I'm a foodie. I like watching Netflix. I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie. So anyway, we're gonna go. I got shit to do. Anyways, let's talk about statism. So this has been sitting here for a long time, and I've been not doing it. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get shit cleared out. The piles are getting smaller. I love it. Anyhow, back in the day, if you've been listening to this podcast for many, many years, you've heard about this before. Back in the day, I took at Colorado State University. Hang on, what the fuck's up with this microphone? There we go. I took a political science class. I think it was like 101. It was like your basic, because, and this was back when I was a minarchist. This was before I became an anarcho-capitalist. But I was really curious how in the fuck young people could be so fucking stupid when it came to politics. I mean, even today, on the Yik Yak, I saw somebody posted this picture of this chart about how when Bernie Sanders is elected president, how he's going to save $18 trillion. I'm just like, how can you people be this fucking dumb? And now I know, of course, because I took a political science class, and I came to understand why young people are so fucking stupid when it comes to politics and economics. So I took this class. This was one of the big classes where it's like 200 people. It's a lecture. So there's like 200 people in the room. And the teacher, no surprise here, was a middle-aged fat woman. And I remember there was this guy, and he sat down at the front, and he was a libertarian type, and he would try to debate with the teacher about certain things. And he lasted, I don't remember exactly because this was years ago, but he lasted maybe 3 weeks before he stopped coming to the class. It's like, dude, you're going to sit here and try to... I love when people try to disagree with college professors about something. Because, again, if you're not... I've taken I've taken many philosophy classes at colleges. And it cracks me up when people in something like a philosophy class or a Poli-Sci class attempt to disagree with the professor and actually try to argue their point. Like, this person has been teaching the same fucking thing over and over. I mean, college professors are the classic model of indoctrination. These people have been saying the same thing over and over and over for years. The amount of confirmation bias and the amount of conditioning these people have makes them completely impervious to, and I mean, again, as I've said before, most people are completely impervious to having their minds changed about anything. And as I've said before, if you think that you are going to change other people's opinions by presenting them with information, then you're nuts, because most people make most of their decisions based entirely on emotions, right? Global warming wackos don't believe in global warming because there's any kind of evidence. I just recently finally watched the movie The Great Global Warming Swindle. If you haven't seen it, if you have not seen it, you should watch it. It's well worth your time. Right, global warming wackos don't believe in global warming because they've seen evidence, because there is no evidence of man-made global warming. They believe it because it has an emotional component. It makes them feel good to say they care about global warming and that they care about the earth and that they want to save the earth. It's all about the feels. Chateau Hartiz has an interesting post that came out recently about brain activity and behavior, decision making being influenced by feelings. I need to read it. Before I start commenting on it. And he linked to the scientific study that he's referencing. So I need to look at all of that before I start talking about it. But it's the feels. It's all the feels. Anyhow, back to Poli-Sci. In the class, at one point, the middle-aged, fat Poli-Sci liberal Democrat teacher was going through this example. And so here's her example. She said, you've got 4 people. You got these 3 guys, and you've got this 4th guy. And the 4th guy is larger, physically larger than the other men. And we'll call him Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger, haha. Anyway, so the 4 guys, Arnold and these 3 guys who are smaller than him, go out to gather fruits and berries. And they go out and they gather fruits and berries. And because Arnold is larger, he is able to gather more fruits and berries. So then some of Arnold's fruits and berries are taken away from him and given to the other people. And she says to the class, and what is this called? And of course the answer was taxes. And she says, that's right. And she plows on. And at no point was there ever a discussion of, should Arnold have the fruit, literally the fruits of his labor, taken away from him and given to other people simply because he has more than they do? Like, at no point was that ever discussed. It was just like, yes, if you have more stuff than other people, it gets taken away from you and given to other people. Oh, well, it's just so natural. Who would ever question that? And that was the beginning of my journey to understanding why and how people, excuse me, people can come out of college and be so mind-numbingly stupid when it comes to politics and economics and morals and everything else. The textbook we had for this class is called The Struggle for Democracy, as if democracy is a good thing. Again, we've had a democracy for how many years now? And what do we have? Obama, Cheney, Bush, bombing 7 countries in 6 years, wars in the Middle East. Yeah, democracy is working really. And of course, we have patriarchy, we have racism, we have rape culture, all of these things that the feminists and leftoids can't shut up about, right? All of this, and we have democracy. Democracy's given us all of this stuff. If democracy is so fucking wonderful, then why is, every woman being raped 17 times a day? Why is every white man a racist? I mean, if democracy is so fucking great, where did all these problems come from? If democracy is the solution, then why the fuck aren't the problems solved? Anyhow, it's The Struggle for Democracy, the 8th edition. And I could, believe you me, I could just go through this entire book. I could spend the rest of my life critiquing this. I'm looking, hang on. God. Jesus Christ, how many appendices do we need? This 550-page textbook that probably cost me $80 or some shit. I could spend the rest of my life. Now, this is interesting. George W. Bush. Oh boy. I could spend the rest... alright. I could spend the rest of my... I could spend the rest of my life critiquing this book. But I'm not. I'm going to confine myself to these 2 pages. Here we go. This is page 282 of The Struggle for Democracy, the 8th edition, where we are talking about voting. Because voting solves problems, which is interesting because people vote all the fucking time and yet we still have problems. Anyway, okay. Causes of low turnout. Why do so few Americans... Remember, America is the name of the continent, not the country. The name of the country is the United States. So we are United Statesians, not Americans, but we would not expect an $80 college textbook to know the name of the country that we live in. Why do so few Americans participate in elections? Scholars people who couldn't get jobs in the free market economy because they can't do anything of value to anyone. Scholars have identified... Scholars... Oh, God, it's just... I'm telling you, having worked at a college for 8 years, having taken college classes, I'm telling you, I know you're in college, you think your college professors are so awesome, they're fantastic. If they're so fucking awesome, why do they work at a college? Ask yourself that. Now, I've had college professors at community colleges who are way better, because the ones at community colleges make even less money than the ones at real colleges. And they're doing this shit part-time, teaching at night, because they have day jobs, because they're actually doing good shit. And that's the absolute fucking truth. I'm not saying every college professor I've had at CSU was an idiot. I mean, there were a few really good ones. And I've talked about them, like Spears, who taught philosophy. He was a utilitarian to the max. He shoved utilitarianism down everybody's throat. Yet, at the same time, as a philosophy teacher, he was really good. I mean, I enjoyed his classes, and he was a very good teacher. And of course, Bernard Rollin, he's Kantian, he's the animal rights guy. He's written a shit ton of books. He's a really good professor. And, a couple of both of the teachers I had that I took Buddhism classes from, they were really good. But most of the college professors I dealt with at quote-unquote real colleges, we'll call them that, 4-year colleges and beyond, are just worthless pieces of shit who aren't capable of doing anything of value. Whereas the stuff I've taken at community colleges, most of my teachers, I don't know if they're technically, are they professors? I don't know, teachers at community colleges have been really good because they have day jobs and they've actually done shit in real life. Alright, let me see if I can get through this sentence without laughing. Scholars have identified several possible factors. Most are related to whether they are allowed to vote, whether they are interested in voting, and whether anyone asked them to vote. Last time I checked, everybody's allowed to vote, unless, of course, the federal government says you can't. Now, I know there's evil places like Texas who want you to have an identification card in order to vote. But Texas is in the South, though, and we know that all people in the South are racist. And we know that all people from the South are racist because they make judgments about people, and they say things like, all black people are stupid or something like that. So they make judgments about people by saying that all people in this category are such and such, and we know that's racist, and we know that all people in the South are racist. And of course it's not racist to say that all people in the South are racist, because categorizing people according to categories and making broad sweeping assumptions about them. Here on the Yik Yak on Martin Luther King's Day, some idiot asked the question on Yik Yak, do they celebrate MLK Day in the South? It's like your ignorance and your stupidity and your racism is just mind-numbing to me. It's just fucking mind-numbing. And you're the future of America, and you think you're so fucking... Do they celebrate MLK Day in the South? Oh my God. Well, it's a federal holiday. All the federal things are closed, and anybody who can get a day off of work is always going to take a day off of work. And believe it or not, unlike many places in the North, and unlike here in People's Republic of Fort Collins, in the South, we actually have black people. Instead of just seeing black people on TV, like in Colorado, like here in Colorado, most likely the only place you've ever seen a black person is on television. Unlike Colorado, where black people are only on TV, we actually have real live black people in the South, like walking around on the streets, and they do things like go shopping and have jobs and talk to people, and go to school. They're like these real people walking around. Fuck you, you goddamn millennials, you little fucking racist shits. All right, anyway, not talking about voting. All right, here we go, back to reading. Barriers to voting. In the United States, only citizens who take the initiative to register in advance are permitted to vote in an election. Many people do not make the extra effort to register, or circumstances make it difficult. Yes, registering to vote is so fucking complicated. As election time gets near, you tell me. I only have the experience of where I live right now, but you tell me. How many times, as you're walking down the fucking street in public, does some cocksucker with a fucking feel the burn button accost you and ask you if you're registered to vote and tell you that they can register you to vote right there? Here in the People's Republic, as we get closer to voting time, I cannot go fucking 3 blocks from my front door without being accosted by some cocksucker. They're all Democrats, it's never a Republican. Some cocksucker asking me if I'm registered to vote and do I need to register. The idea that registering to vote... Here's the thing, if you're too fucking stupid to register to vote, which you can do on the internet, you can do on any random street corner where you find some activist, if you're too fucking dumb and lazy to do that, how the fuck are you going to actually vote? And if you did manage to vote, how knowledgeable can you be about what you're voting for? This is why democracy is a failure. Again, democracy is where you get the stupidest people in a society to make the decisions, and you force all these superior people to abide by the wishes of the inferior people. All right. For example, people who move either within a state or to another state must find out where and when to register in their new location. Oh my God, that's so complicated. You have to find out when and where to register in your new location. Oh, whoa, what a burden! How fucking helpless are you people? And we know the answer to that question. You're incredibly helpless. You are, incredibly is the wrong word because we know incredibly means lacks credibility. You are helpless to the point that you need the government to tell you what is and isn't food. You are incompetent to the point that you need some fucking activist on a street corner to help you register to vote. Many procrastinate and do not register in time, lowering turnout, according to one study, by 9 percentage points. Again. If voting is really important to you, then you won't fucking procrastinate it. If you procrastinate it, it's not really that important to you, right? Oh, but no, actually, the reason they're procrastinating isn't because it's not important enough. They're procrastinating because the patriarchy is oppressing them. You see, the patriarchy has made it too difficult for these people to find out when and where to register to vote in their new location. It's just so complicated. Because, like, if you went to the internet and, oh, well, you don't have internet connections at home, but you could go to the public library. Oh, but God, to go to the public library, to use the public computers, to use the internet, to type into Google, where do I register to vote in your city, you would have to know where the library is. But of course, finding out where a library is at, well, God, that's way too fucking complicated. That's really difficult for people who participate in democracy to do. Now, of course, you could also go to a coffee house that has free computers and buy a cup of coffee and type, but then you'd have to find out where there's a and of course, to buy the cup of coffee, you'd have to have a job. Well, does the coffee shop, do they take, what do you call it? Do they take food stamps? Gosh, wow. Now that I think about it, I recognize how incredibly difficult it is to figure out when and where to go and register to vote. Gosh, there's a lot of oppression here. I can see now how the patriarchy is really keeping these people down. I think we need to accuse all men of being rapists and pedophiles, and I think we need to make being a white man illegal, and that would solve all of the problems. Because yeah, I see now how the patriarchy is really keeping the voter turnout down. Because this is complicated shit. Finding out when and where to register to vote and doing it in time. Yeah, and wow, God. Wow, I'm just starting for the first time to realize how, what a terrible person I am because I'm a white man and I'm heterosexual and I work for a living, and just the way I'm oppressing all of these people who should be participating in democracy to make the world a better place, and they're not because of my selfishness and my racism and hatred and homophobia and sexism. God, feeling really bad about this, Randy. I may have to go to the bar today and drink a beer and flirt with girls. I feel really bad about this. In most European countries with high turnout rates, the government, rather than individual citizens, is responsible for deciding who is listed as eligible to vote and registers them automatically. Yes, because, and if only in the United States, this thing, if we were more like Europe, oh my God. In some countries, such as Belgium and Italy, moreover, citizens are required to vote and may be fined if they don't. Also, in most countries, election days are holidays in which people don't have to go to work. Because, oh my god, you sure as fuck can't work and vote at the same time. That's way too complicated. Again, yeah, there's so much wrong with this paragraph. The idea that high voting rates is a good thing is, of course, nonsensical. The government registers people to vote. Again, it's like our citizens in the United States are so fucking stupid and lazy, they can't even be bothered to register to vote. So why in fuck's name would you want these people making political decisions? We know the answer to that, of course. We know that the state wants more stupid people because stupid people are the only... Again, look at this. Look at this. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders. I don't even know who the Republicans have other than Donald Trump. How stupid do you have to be to think that any of those people should control nuclear weapons? Even though the president is essentially a figurehead who does what the corporations and the NSA tell him to do, right? Even though the president, in a way, has no actual real power, only a stupid person would look at anybody who's running for president and say, yes, that person should be, right? Only a stupid person would look at Obama and go, yeah, he's presidential material. Only a stupid person would look at W. Bush and say, yeah, he's presidential material. And of course, in some countries, people are required to vote. And if you don't vote, you are fined. There is a penalty. There is punishment for not... Yes, let's punish people for not participating in a process they don't know a fucking thing about. And it's all to... And so again, why does the state do this? Because then the state says, well, see, look, you voted. You can't complain, you voted, which is true. Right? It's those of you who vote who don't get to complain. When you go and you vote, you're saying the system is legitimate, you're saying you are participating in the system, and you agree to abide by the results of the system. They always say, well, if you don't vote, you can't complain. No, no, no. If you vote, you can't complain. When you vote, you're agreeing to play within the system, and you're agreeing to abide by the outcome. Speaking of outcomes, I would like to urge you, if you're like me, and we know it's not going to happen, but there's this fantasy world I live in. In the fantasy world, Donald Trump actually becomes the Republican nominee for president. We know it's not going to happen because, like I've talked about a couple of times, everything you saw happen to Ron Paul is going to happen to Donald Trump, and it's also going to happen to Bernie Sanders, because Hillary Clinton is who the corporations and the NSA and the CIA want to be the next president, because with a woman as president... Yeah, I mean, you think what the government's gotten away with Obama as president, because he's half black, I mean, bombing 7 countries in 6 years. I mean, you think they've gotten away with murder with a half black person as president? You wait until they get a half woman person as president. Holy shit, the government is going to be able to get away with anything. You haven't even begun to see the beginning of corporate bailouts until Hillary Clinton becomes president. There's going to be so much money funneled into bailing out failing corporations. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so you require people to vote, and then you say, hey, look, see, this was your choice. You can't complain. Are you going to fine people? Oh, I know what I was talking about. So anyway, if you're not going to vote, but in my fantasy world, Donald Trump actually becomes the Republican nominee. Please, I'm begging you, I'm begging you, I'm begging you. Give me Bitcoin, because remember, if you listen to this podcast without paying for it, you're stealing. That's my Stefan Molyneux impersonation. And vote for Donald Trump, because there's all these people. Remember when people were like, yeah, if Bush gets elected, I'm leaving the country? And then we had all the people, if Obama gets elected, I'm leaving the country? None of them ever left. Now we've got all these people saying, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the country. Let's just give them the chance. Let's give them the opportunity to leave the fucking country. I want to see if anybody leaves the fucking country. That would be great. I think if everyone who says they're going to leave the country if Donald Trump gets elected president actually left, That would not turn the United States into Ancapidice. By the way, Ancapidice is my new word for anarcho-capitalist paradise. Ancapidice. That would not transform the United States into Ancapidice. It would be a nice start, right? You know, it's like you kill 5 lawyers, you really haven't reformed anything, but God, it's a good start and it feels good. Just seeing people who hate Donald Trump leaving the country would be great. All right, anyway, let me get back to this book. The United States might increase political equality. Okay. Oh, equality, our favorite word. Oh, equality. The United States might increase political equality and popular sovereignty by making voting easier. Because, you know, being able to register on the internet or being able to register to vote on a fucking street corner, that's not easy enough. No, the average American, I'm a foodie, and I like to watch Netflix, and I'm a foodie, and I watch Netflix, and so I'm majoring in early childhood development with a minor in ethnic studies, and like I'm a foodie, and I watch Netflix, and sometimes while I'm watching Netflix, I eat food. Make voting easier. What if we just have the government vote for people? I mean, people already can't fucking provide their own food or anything else. We live in this where over 50% of the people are direct wards of the state. And yes, that is a fact. You take every government employee has a job because of the state. Every welfare recipient, again, welfare recipients are the ghetto mother with 5 children by 4 different baby daddies, and every fucking CEO, board member, and employee of every corporation the government's bailed out. Those are all welfare recipients. Everybody who works for Bank of America, welfare recipient. Okay? Between government employees and welfare recipients, well over 50% of the people in the United States are fucking government wards of the government. Without the government, they would be dead. Why don't we just have the government vote for them? I mean, why? If these people can't be expected to fucking get their own food, make their own decisions, figure out right from wrong on their own, build their own roads, why the fuck should we burden them with having to do their own voting? Why isn't there a fucking government agency that votes for you? Right? The idea of forcing people to go out and do their own vote, that's I mean, if anything, it's fucking racist. It's transphobic. So what about trannies? I mean, if they have to vote, they have to register. Isn't that transphobic to tell them they have to register to vote? There should be a government agency to do their voting for them. One way to do so would be to ease registration requirements, perhaps allowing registration by postcard or same-day registration at polling places. Because registering on the internet or registering on the street corner is just so fucking complicated. Registering by postcard. Do you realize that most of the people reading this book, and this shows you how stupid the old people who wrote this book are, most of the people reading this book don't know what a postcard is. Same-day registration at polling places. Look, if you're too fucking stupid and lazy to figure out where you should go to register in advance to vote, then you're going to be too stupid and lazy to figure out where to go to vote. So how in the fuck are you going to register the same day? I'm telling you, the government should just vote for people. It would be so much easier. It is worth noting that voting turnout in the United States among those who have registered to vote hovers at about 85%, and that the voting participation in states that allow same-day registration is significantly higher than in other states. Okay, again, so what? Again, this is the quantity over quality argument. Again, so you've got more people voting. I mean, whoop-de-fucking-do. That doesn't mean a higher quality result. Again, look at the people who are elected. Look at the shit the government does. So are the states that have a higher voter turnout, do they somehow have better politicians? Do they have less deficits? I mean, what? These findings suggest that the registration requirement for voting is probably a significant barrier to participation, because participation rates go up when such barriers are lowered. The federal motor voter law passed in 1993 provided for registration in motor vehicle bureaus and other government offices, represents an important step in lowering the registration barrier in the United States. My God, again, how low can we get? Well, we have to get it lower and lower and lower and lower, because the stupidest people in the universe still can't figure out how to register to vote. Another way to increase participation would be to ease the Voter Act itself. Suggestions include making every election day a legal holiday, as is done in most Western European countries. Yes, because you need an entire fucking day to vote. Especially when you consider you can fucking vote by absentee ballot. Because it takes a whole fucking 24-hour day for you to go down to the fucking place and push again, what if the government just votes Democrat for everybody? Wouldn't that make this so much easier and be a lot less racist, sexist, and homophobic? I mean, think about this. Think about all the white men who vote Republican because they're racist. Allowing white men to vote Republican because they're racist, that's racist. It's sexist, it's homophobic. The government should step in, and it would be difficult for the government to force the white men who vote Republican to vote Democrat. And so in order to level the playing field and make things equal, this is what I'm saying. The government should just vote for you. The government can vote Democrat, and this way we can eliminate racism, sexism, homophobia. Another way, I read that already. Blah, 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 as is done in most Western European countries, allowing and extending voting period, which several states have instituted in recent elections, or expanding the use of mail balloting over a period of several weeks, which Oregon does. We do that in Colorado too. I get a fucking mail ballot like weeks before the election. Then I wipe my ass with it. It's like hilarious. God. Alright. Too much complexity. As we suggested earlier, when voters go to the polls in the United States, they must make voting choices for a multitude of federal, state, and local offices, and often decide on constitutional and policy measures put on the ballot by state legislatures or the public, especially in states such as California and Colorado, where these are common. Research demonstrates that many potential voters are simply overwhelmed by the complexity of the ballot and stay home. God fucking jeez. Look, goddammit. If you're too fucking stupid to vote, you should. This is why democracy doesn't work. If you're too fucking stupid to vote, the government should not be doing things to make it easier for the stupid people to vote. The government should not exist so that the stupid people die of starvation the way natural selection wants them to, and the fucking human species improves instead of degenerates. Really, people stay home because the ballot is so complicated. I was gonna vote for Al Gore, but I accidentally voted for Patrick Buchanan. Jesus fucking Christ, you worthless fucking pieces of shit. You are so fucking... The ballot's too complicated. How are you going to make a decision about any... but politics is so... Deciding between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump is so easy. Deciding on Obamacare, it's so easy. There's nothing complicated about this. No. But figuring out the ballot, it's so fucking complex. Because there's a little section and it's got a line around it. It says, vote for one person to be president. And you put a check mark by one fucking name. That's so goddamn complicated that after 12 fucking years of public education and 4, 6, 8 years of college, you can't fucking do that. You are fucking stupid. You are fucking stupid, you are inferior, and you should be dead. And I'm fucking sick of having to pay the fucking taxes and obey the laws to keep your fucking worthless ass alive and keep you in food and clothing and shelter. You should fucking be dead. Overwhelmed by the complexity of the ballot. Fucking Christ. Fucking Christ, people. I don't even know what else to add to this other than you should be dead. I don't know what else to add other than you are the problem, not the solution. Fuck. Every day of my life, I walk around and I am surrounded by inferior scum. I'm just fucking sick of it. Let's move on. Randy, where am I on time? This is from National Geographic. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Obesity is a global problem. Because I'm a foodie and I watch Netflix and I'm a foodie. And so I like to watch Netflix. And sometimes when I'm Netflixing, I like to eat because I'm a foodie and I like Netflixing and I'm majoring in early childhood development and international communications, and I'm a foodie, and I like to Netflix like Friday and Saturday nights. I like to Netflix and eat food. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Obesity is a global problem. Once found largely in industrialized places, the condition is now on the rise in developing nations too, and sweet beverages are partly to blame. Taxing, isn't it? Since taxes are always the solution to every problem, right? What's the solution to global warming? Taxation. What's the solution to smoking cigarettes? Taxation. What's the solution to people not having health insurance? Taxation. What's the solution to rich people? Taxation. Since taxation is always the answer, and since we have so many taxes, why in the fuck do we still have problems? If taxation solved problems, wouldn't some problems have been solved by now? Taxing could help curb the trend. In recent years, at least 10 countries have introduced surcharges on sugary drinks in an effort to reduce consumption. The UK is considering a tax on the Pacific island of Nauru, where most people are overweight. Both sodas and flavored milks are taxed. Oliver Mighton, who studies public health at Oxford, says markets are feeling the impact. In France, for example, fewer sweet drinks have been sold since a 2012 tax was implemented. What isn't clear yet is how much the levies are affecting waistlines. Still, says Mighton, they're a step in the right direction. I have an idea. Instead of taxing carbonated sugar water, what if we just eliminated welfare? Oh, but then most of the people who drink carbonated sugar water would, yeah, fuck, we can't do that. No, shit, fuck. Seriously, guys, if taxes solve everything, why are there still problems? I don't get it. Bacteria to go. This is also National Geographic. The upside of reusable bags is that they limit plastic waste. Well, actually, there's a lot of reusable bags out there that are not even being used. And anyway, they're their own form of waste. The downside, studies have shown, is that users rarely wash them. Okay, so, well, let me finish. That leads to a buildup of bacteria caused by carrying things like raw meat, rotten fruit, or dirty clothes. In cities such as San Francisco that have promoted reusable bags by banning plastic ones, illness from bacteria spiked, a team of economic researchers found. Later analysis revealed 12% of bags even contained E. coli. An easy fix, hot water and soap, reduced bacteria to almost zero. But you see, not easy enough, because just as you cannot expect people to be smart enough or have the time to figure out when and where to register to vote, the idea that people are going to have the time and be smart enough to figure out how to take their reusable bag and throw it into a fucking washing machine? No. See, what we need, all right, here's what we need. We've got to, and obviously too, the E. coli in the bags and everything, this is obviously a byproduct of the racism, sexism, and homophobia of white men. And so what we need to do, in addition to killing all of the white men, is we need a tax. We need another tax, and this tax will go directly to funding a federal department that will go around to people's houses, collect their reusable bags, wash the reusable bags for them, and then vote Democrat for those people so that they don't have to burden themselves with all of these. I mean, come on, think about it. To expect people to have the intelligence and the time to do things like wash their bags and vote on their own. I mean, this is clearly racist, sexist, and homophobic. People have much more important things to do than washing their laundry and voting. I mean, they need to watch Netflix, and they need to eat food, and they need to eat food because they're foodies, and they need to watch Netflix, and they need to watch Netflix while they're eating food, and if they're eating food, they need to watch Netflix. And they don't have time for things like using the internet to figure out how to register to vote, or taking a reusable bag and throwing it in a washing machine with a little detergent. I mean, this is just the fucking oppression. There's so much transphobia and hatred here. Speaking of hatred, service and assistance animals at CSU provide a helping paw. This is from the Rocky Mountain Collegian. This is from September 25th, 2014, because we're always up to date around here at Stating the Obvious podcast. And Randy, time check. Thanks, Sterling. All right. So blah, blah, blah. These are not like... So here we go. The Americans with Disabilities Act prohibits individuals from asking persons with service or assistance animals why they require the animal. Remember now, you have freedom of speech. You cannot ask. It is illegal to ask a person with a service animal why they require the service animal. Really? I mean, is this how fucking pathetic? And this is the thing. Yes, the answer is yes. This is how fucking fragile I have this in my notes right over here. While we're just talking about this, what is the environmental impact? Because I've talked about this before, but I just have to throw it in here. What is the environmental impact of handicapped people? When you see these people in their fucking wheel, now I don't want to hear about Stephen Hawking, how he does more good than his environment. Yeah, again, right, you got your unicorn over there. Most of the people rolling around in electric wheelchairs and using all these resources to keep them alive, what's the environmental impact of that? Is it really worth it? I know, I'm racist, sexist, homophobic. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. I'm just asking the question here. You're devoting all these resources, all this carbon is going into the atmosphere, global warming. Yes, I know global warming doesn't really exist, but you think it does. Really, you can't. So here we go. Quote, the only thing they are allowed to ask is this a service dog? Reinhardt said. The university's regulations require service dogs to be identifiable to others through a highly visible signifier. I mean, really, how, again, it's among the biggest problems to me. You know, I mean, the shit about keeping people alive in wheelchairs and destroying the environment. I'm kind of serious, I'm kind of flippant. But here's the thing. Again, why that you can't ask them questions like, why do you need a surgery? Because, oh my God, it's racist, sexist, homophobic. Is it really just that you're so fucking fragile that, you know, and here's the thing. You little fuck, on one hand, all you handicapped people out there, yeah, I said all, you want to be like, you're equal. We can do anything. We can do anything that an abled person can do. We're just as, but no, you can't. You can't control your emotions. You can't handle somebody asking you a fucking question. I see you have a fucking service dog. Why do you have a service dog? And you get all fucking Twitter-pated and offended and hurt, and yet you want to tell me that you can do anything I can do. No, see, people can ask me questions, and you can ask, and I don't need the government to protect me. I do not need government protection from questions. If you need government protection from questions, you are not my fucking equal. Not only are you not my equal, but you are very, very, very clearly my inferior. And as my inferior, you are somebody that natural selection says should be dead. It's all there is to it. If I can't ask you a fucking question, you should be dead.
It's just